Okay, well, there we have it. I've done some work on the body, the housing, and then obviously cab. And it's going to be a curved roofed cab. Do have windows in the front. Let's do this. Do have a window in the front, window in the back. So it got plenty of windows. But and door. I had a little detail to the door. I'm not sure I like it, but the door will be painted a different color. And then there'll be steps down here for the door. There's a door on each side. The big question I have is I'm not sure if I like it center cab, like a GE 44 tonner, or if I like long nose, very long nose, short tail. And see if I can move this without doing too much rocking around. There. Very short tail. Or more of a short nose. And quite possibly with the short nose, put window in front. This would be the front of the engine. I'm not sure. I kind of like that, but like that. Then there'll be steps down here, and on the other side, handrails. Stirred steps here and here, and some kind of strapping on this tank. And then obviously a lot of other detail parts. I do have ports for the lights here, and the lights do work. I just need to get some kind of, put some kind of lens on there. And obviously find something for the glass of the windows. The other issue I'm having is when you look inside here, you can see this part of the housing here. I really want to keep this piece all one piece, not chop into it. But either way, even if I chop into it, there's a big, this just barely covers the chassis part of the engine, the locomotive. It's got the weights, and it's all one big long piece on each side of the chassis. And it's part of the power for the motor and the lights. So I can't cut into that. So what I'm thinking is maybe some little backdrop thing inside here glued to this that could look like the interior of the locomotive, or maybe even an engineer or something. I'm not sure. But I do have to do something about that. Maybe I'm not sure that just painting it black will do it. But that's another thing. And if you guys got an idea what to do, let me know. But I think that's really all I have to talk about. Oh, wait a minute. I do have one more thing. Locomotive. Let me know what you think of the locomotive. It is, as you saw in the little video, it is very large compared to, pardon the shaking, but compared to a lot of the other rolling stock. It is a large locomotive, and I'm not sure, how realistic that is or whatever, but I do like it. It's a nice slow rolling locomotive, as you saw in that video that I started out with. It's a nice slow roller mover, so I'm going to keep it and play around with it and go from there. All right, let me move on and show you something else. Well, normally I like to sit and talk about some of the parts, the items or parts that I used to build this thing, but it's been so long now, I don't remember all of it. So let's, take a look at this and show you what I did do and how it works. The main chassis here, it's all obviously styrene. It's I think it's basically 20 thousandths and 10 thousandths styrene all welded together. There are some angle pieces down inside here that help give it some more meat when welding it and gluing it together. This basically here this is probably one of the more important parts. This is a tab that comes up, and there's a notch in it, and it is what catches the tabs that are on this Bachmann chassis to hold this guy in place. So that's needed to make sure that whatever I did, I could still pry this out to be able to pop this chassis out whenever I needed to. And so that was important, most important part. Again, also making it all nice and stiff and everything. So there's lots of little angle pieces and lots of little pieces glued together, welded together to make it structurally stiff and strong. On the sides here, this tank is, I think I used 3/16 square tubing. I'm pretty sure that's what I used there. That looks like it, yeah. So it's 3/16 square tubing, and I did notch it out so it had clearance for this thing. And then I used, I think it's either 20 thou or 10 thou scrap material to cap it off, to box it in on here and here. And so it looks like a fuel tank or something like that. Then the main box, the main body, it is 80 thousandths styrene, both sides, ends, and top, and 80 thousandths. Then for the light tubes, the light tunnels, this one had to be longer because this light is set back a ways. On the original model, the original locomotive, this was back like this, and the light was right there. So the light's here. So I didn't lose a lot of the light. I made this tube a little longer to be a tunnel for the light, and so like that. And that piece of tubing, round tubing, is the 5/32 number 225 tubing. And then the chassis, or the cab itself, I really don't remember what size of these I used. Obviously, it's the smallest I could get, probably 10 thou thick, maybe 15, and 15 or 20 wide, maybe. I do know that this is half round, and this half round was the 40 thou number 240 half round. And that I just wanted to put some sort of detail thing in there. This is going to be the door. I just wanted some sort of detail in there instead of it just being blank. I'm not sure that it really works that well, but that's what I did. And again, the other thing I did use is when welding all this together, I did use an angle piece to give this thing some more meat to weld and glue together. And that angle piece is the 100 thou number 293 angle. And I used that quite a bit throughout the model here. It's smaller, but gives a bunch of gluing or welding surface area to make things stick together and make them a little stronger. And that's basically that. Now the top, the roof of the cab will probably be 10 or 20 thou sheet, and again it'll be arched, and that won't be too hard. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with the windows, and as I think I said before, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about being able to see this part of the body, the main body. So we'll have to figure that out. But that's basically a quick shot of what I did to build this, and some of the materials I used to build this thing. Okay, the other project that I have going that I'm considering doing next is I want to build something down here to fill in this space here. And I created a little very rough mock-up of something. Now what the building is going to be, it's going to be a radio station. And the reason I want to do a radio station is because in the mid 40s, Here in my hometown, my grandfather came up from Hollywood, North Hollywood, where he was building houses, and he came up here and he built the town's first radio station. And it was nothing fancy. It was just a big cinder block building, stucco on the outside. But the reason why he came up and did it is because he had experience building radio stations and knew about soundproofing and the acoustics required for doing studio work and doing radio station stuff. So he came up and did that. And funny thing is that he decided to stay for a few more years. And my mom worked as a disc jockey at that radio station. And then obviously since she came up, they were down in Hollywood, the Long Beach area, that area, all that, down in LA area. She came up here and then was working at DJ and then met my dad. So if it hadn't been for the radio station, I don't know who my mother would be. Anyway, so next project is going to be a radio station. The thing is, though, I don't know if I want to have a peaked roof or if I want to have a flat roof. Now, obviously, the other thing that goes along with a radio station is an antenna. And I'll show you a picture here in a second of some of the antennas that I've seen and some of them that I kind of like that are, kind of different. But I'll show you a picture in a second. But peak roof or flat roof, I'm not sure yet. But anyway, radio station will go right here, and it'll be a fairly new and clean one, just like this. Now, the story is that when this burnt down, this building burnt down, and then they rebuilt this building, the original building, also burnt down, but it was something else. It wasn't a radio station. And so when they rebuilt this building, it was rebuilt to be a radio station. And so we'll kind of go from there. And obviously, it's kind of funny, a radio station next to a track can be some moments of noise. That's why soundproofing and stuff was very important in this building. All right, so let me show you some pictures of some antennas that I'm thinking about either buying or scratch building myself. And then we'll, I guess, end this. Well, that's all I've got for this update. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye.